Welcome to our Create a Budget video. I am Lori at First Commonwealth Bank, where it is our mission to improve the financial lives of our neighbors and their businesses. Today, we are going to discuss how to create a budget. To be effective, your budget should be dynamic to adapt to the changes in your life. Our lives, our expenses, and our income do not remain the same over time. So it stands to reason that neither should our budget. In this video, we are going to share tips for budgeting success. Did you know you are 42% more likely to do something if you write it down? That is why it is so important to use these tips to create a budget that will work for you. It will keep you focused and on track to meeting your financial goals. Let's discuss how to create a budget. Above all, to be effective, a budget should be accurate. We are usually not great at estimating or guessing how much we truly spend, so the first tip to creating a successful budget is to find a way to track your spending. You can easily track your spending through your bank's app, or if you prefer, you can track it manually by keeping receipts, snapping a picture of your receipt, using your phone's Notes app, or old school pen and paper. Be sure to check out our Tracking Your Spending video for more ideas. Once you know what you are spending, create a list that has all of your fixed expenses, like rent and car payments, and all of your variable expenses, like groceries, utilities, going out to eat, etc. Also, create a list of your income. To make your budget work for you all year long, it is very helpful to account for annual expenses and save for them throughout the year. Calculate how much you need to save each month to have money available for things like taxes, insurance, vacation, and back to school and holiday shopping. Divide that amount by 12 and set the money aside in a separate savings account each month. The next step is to adjust your spending to meet your money goals. Once you have an accurate sense of how much you are spending and what you are spending your money on, you can decide where you can realistically cut back spending to meet your financial goals. For example, if your goal is to pay off debt as quickly as you can, it is very helpful to know how much you are spending on impulse purchases. Small purchases like coffee or snacks add up quickly. If you know exactly how much you spend, you can make a decision on how much you'd like to cut back so that you can allocate those savings to boosting your debt payments. Emergencies can wreck a budget. We might have no idea when or how our next emergency will come along, but we can be pretty sure that at some point we might be required to quickly come up with a sum of money to deal with a problem like a broken bone or a car repair. One of the most important tips for a successful budget is to set money aside for an emergency every month. A very common rule of thumb is to have enough in your emergency fund to cover 6 months worth of expenses. However, if that seems like an unattainable goal, you can start small. The key is to save consistently and it will add up over time. Make saving for an emergency a priority in your budget, no matter what amount you can start with. Check out our Saving for Success video for tips on how to achieve your savings goal. A great tip for sticking to your budget is to be aware of how much you are spending as the month goes along. This will help you slow down your spending if you find you are spending at a faster pace than your budget allows. The great news is that your bank's app can help. Many banks' apps, including First Commonwealth's, allows you to set goals for spending in different categories, like grocery shopping or eating out. Our bank's app has a great tool called Money Manager. You can set a goal of how much you want to spend on something each month. You can then set an alert to receive an email or text if you get close to or exceed your spending goal. Your budget is a living document that adapts to the changes in your life. It is important to track your income and expenses and decide where to cut back spending to meet your financial goals. Remember to account for annual expenses and to budget for an emergency. To make sure you stay on track, monitor spending throughout the month with alerts, including using your bank's app. Thank you so much for joining us today. To give us feedback on this video and be entered to win a great prize, please take a quick survey by scanning the QR code or visiting the site listed on the screen.